Ow, back of my elbow hurts now. Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I wanted to take you on a little tour of our half-acre estate that I like to call Fallen Oak. And the reason I call it that is because up there used to be a gigantic water oak tree. And about a year ago, a chunk of it fell on the house and kind of financially devastated us, which was really fun. But we're getting back to normal now, thankfully. And there's a lot of projects going on over here. Of course, a lot of them are a little short on money, and that's why it's kind of a disaster right now. Built myself a little shed, little Chinese kit. I mean, it's pretty funky, but does the trick. And here's some of the debris left from that tree. And that is the stump that we're left with. Just to kind of give you an idea of how large this is. That's my hand. So yeah, that's myself and another guy my size could not reach around and touch hands. And then back here we've got a bunch more of the debris in a pile. Hey buddy, where you going? You've been scarce lately, bud. Hey, what's happening, man? Hey, we've been missing you, bud. Oh yeah, hey, we've been missing you. Oh, okay. You just kind of, like went away. Outside cat. Arthur J. Biscuits. And as you can see, eventually we're going to have one heck of a bonfire. What I'm working on today is building us an official 177 gunner backstop, because even though I don't like, it's woods between me and the neighbor way back there, and it's air rifles, I'm not super concerned, but I'd rather take precautions and have a nice solid backstop and all that. Up to now, I've just been kind of making sure to shoot down toward the ground, but it would be nice to be able to shoot on a flatter trajectory. So that's why I'm out here doing this today. Here we go. Okay, well, it's not a full backstop. I kind of forgot that I might want to have some material to go in the middle part, so it stops pellets. I thought I had some appropriate materials laying around, but apparently I don't. I do have some really thick 2x6s that I could use, but I mean, that would just make it way too heavy to move around. Hence, if you notice, that's why I put some skids on it, is in case we want to move it around the property. So I'm going to be continuing the backstop at a later time. And by later time, I mean like in the next couple of days, because I really want to have this built. Welcome back, y'all. Today I'm coming to you from the interior of a 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage hatchback. Why am I in here? Well, because I went to Academy Sports and I picked up some stuff. That is an Umarex Strikepoint 22, which I know it's like really ironic because I'm 177 gunner. I don't have a 22 to compare to the 177s, so I wanted to have something on hand, even if it's very obviously not the best 22, just so, in the future when we compare stuff, we've got some kind of baseline for the 22. This is not going to compare to my high-powered rifles in 177, obviously. This is going to compare to some of the mid-range CO2 pistols that I have. So, got this little guy, which it's kind of a strange design. Okay, so it's a multi-pump, up to 10 pumps, 3 to 10 pumps, and then you've got your little bolts right here for putting your pellet in. But the thing I found odd is that if you don't have it cocked yet and you pump, the air comes out of the barrel. It's a little weird. So let's cock it, and then now, That's 3, and it's already getting difficult. 4, 5. And I'm kind of a big guy. Like, I'm not tall, but I mean, as you can see, I'm thick, for lack of a better word. 6, 7, 8. I'm kind of grabbing it like this now. 9 and 10. Now, what are we going to shoot out of this thing? You might ask yourself that question, and I'm going to answer it for you. I also picked up at Academy a pack of Gammo Adult Precision Air Guns Performance Pellets, 4 ammunitions, 1 goal. The camera's trying to track, and it thinks this is my face. I don't think I should be flattered. I don't know if I should be upset by that. So it looks like we've got 4 different types. We have rockets, PBA armors, PBA platinums, and PBA raptors. So I'm just going to read off the description here. Looks like the rocket is for, it enhances downrange performance with superior accuracy and penetration. PBA armor, extreme piercing power through advanced technology. PBA platinum, non-lead alloy ammunition that increases power and velocity up to 30% over lead. PBA Raptor, the first non-lead alloy ammunition that increases velocity up to 25% over lead while maintaining match grade accuracy. So there's a lot of words, but what does it do? All forms of modern packaging impossible to get into. I mean, I know it's like anti-theft, but also makes me want to anti-purchase. In the pack, we have one of these. This is armor, Gammo armor piercing. They look like something the camera won't focus on. They're, hey, buddy, it's right here. Yeah, that's not my face. These are the little, I believe, lead pellets with the sort of BB on the front of them. I'm gonna get video footage of all of these in just a minute. So no problem if the camera doesn't want to focus on them at the moment. These are the Gammo Raptors, which says real gold. I can shoot gold at things. That's kind of cool. Okay, and now we have that's 25 as well. Looks like we have 75 of these PBA Platinums and 100 of the Gammo Rockets, which is great because if I'm not mistaken, the Gammo Rockets are really good, at least from what I've seen, you know, other people on YouTube using them. PBA Platinums, there's a huge difference. Like, this one's way heavier than these PBA Platinums. These PBA Platinums don't weigh anything, so yeah, those are for increased velocity. It's like a little tin of, they're shiny like aluminum. Maybe they are aluminum. Pretty sure they're not platinum. And then the rockets, of course, are much heavier, and my neighbor's also cutting his grass. Yeah, very different appearance there. So I'm gonna go lay these out on a table. I don't have a table, so I'm gonna go lay these out on whatever flat surface I can find, and we're gonna take a look at them, and then we're gonna try shooting that Umarex Strikepoint and see how much of a piece of crap it is. You'll have to forgive me if I lied a bit. I do have a table right now. In fact, it's in the back of my truck. The problem is, the problem is that I'm lazy, and I don't want to set it up right now. So, which pellet should we try first? Operators are waiting for your call. That's not going to work. I'm sure you can understand that I'm concerned that something like armor piercing or something named Raptor might just go right through my backstop. So I think I'm going to go with something nice and, I was going to say nice and light, but you know what? Nice and heavy. The rockets. If I'm not mistaken, these are well liked by a lot of gun tubers, or should I say air gun tubers. Tubers, sounds like potatoes. I'm too lazy to go find a proper target in the house, so I dug around the trash in my car and I found that, which is water with mystery substance inside. So let's go place that against the backstop. I've never shot a 22 caliber air gun before, and I'm a little bit concerned this thing might blow clean through my backstop. I knew I was going to blow right through that backstop. I should have built it better. I can do better. Your viewers deserve better. You can do better. Anyway, let's run the chronograph and see what kind of numbers this thing's putting out. You guys are going to be on a stationary cam and one that's sitting on my AC unit because I had to use my tripod to put my, I was going to say FPS meter, but it's a chronograph. I know that. And I also know that I have more tripods in my closet, but I just didn't feel like going to get them right now. I'd like to do these videos earlier in the day, so I'm not sort of rushing, but I did want to share this. I shot this bottle again with a good bit of liquid in the bottom, okay? And I don't know if you can hear that rolling around, but that's one of the, let's see, where's the container? That's one of these, the Gammo PBA Platinum increased velocity. And that was 10 pumps, and I shot that from, I'm going to guess, no more than 16 inches, 18 inches away from the bottle. So although it might say that it achieved some velocity, that water stopped it in there. It didn't even go through, and I'm pretty sure that one of my 177s would have gone clean through that thing. Pure velocity. Anyway, let's see why that could be happening. We're going to start with the rockets. The rocket superior accuracy. Accura.
Acuras are really nice.
Okay, we're gonna test this one. 3, 2, 1. That cannot be correct. We got 128.8 feet per second. I've seen that these little Umarex Strikepoints, which sell for about $50, do not get the 400 feet per second claimed. I've seen them chronographed at about 330, but I cannot explain 128. We're gonna try one more shot if my arm holds up to all this pumping. I should also mention that this thing is really hard to grab, this pump arm. It also has a habit of, when you're out here, it kind of binds up in a weird way, so it's hard to push back. Like about 2/3 of the way through the swing, it kind of binds up, and then when you mash it back in place, your hand hits this corner here, so that feels lovely. But anyway, enough complaining. We're going to take one more shot with the rockets. And there is no way this thing's only doing 100 and something. I mean, unless that's why we ended up with that really pathetic attempt at the bottle. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so we're not getting air from the gun. And taking the shot now. 132.8. I'm just flabbergasted. Either this thing is really wrong. Actually, you know what? I'm the one that's really wrong. We're doing meters per second. That makes a big difference. So let me do a quick conversion. Well, I say I'm going to do a quick conversion. I'm going to have Google do a quick conversion. What is 138 meters per second in feet per second?
138 meters per second is equal to 452.756 feet per second.
Okay, that's on me. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Let's see. In the Chinese instructions that came with this thing, I think they said you flip it on and then hurry up and press the button. There we go. Now we're at feet per second and //SU, whatever that means. Okay, so now we are going to load up with the PBA Platinum, which, let's see, still not sure yet. It looks like it's focusing better now. So this is just a little sort of conical domed shape pellet, but yeah, it's some kind of alloy. It's really, really light. So I'm hoping that after I hurt my arm again pumping this monstrosity, we'll get something. That's 2, 3. Ow, corner. That thing's a monster. Okay, so this is the PBA Platinum taking the shot now. 514.6. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty good number. That's definitely more than this gun is claimed to have. This gun is claimed to shoot 400 feet per second. Okay, that's an interesting result. Now we're moving on to the Gamma Raptors. The Raptors.
Clever girl.
Okay, now that my arm hurts, we're gonna try shooting the gold, the real gold Gamma Raptors. And I do not recall what these said they were good for because the packaging is in my car. Sorry, my truck. Taking the shot, 3, 2, 1. 467. Again, still well above what this gun is supposed to be able to shoot. Extremely interesting result. And these last ones are the Gamma Armor. It says here that they are armor piercing. Unfortunately today I don't have any armor to test. I'm not quite sure where one orders armor. I'm not a knight. So this looks very, very similar. Let me grab one of each. See if I can show these to you. So and they're rolling around like crazy. The lighter colored one is the armor piercing. So it's alloy instead of lead. This time I'm coming around to show you how difficult this thing is to pump, okay? Like I said, keep banging your hand on this thing and it's just like, it's even hard to pull out this way. And sometimes it'll bind up right there. So that's 1, easy. 2, 3, starts getting difficult at 3, 4, 5, 6, ow, corner. 7, you see that last time my hand slipped off? 8, 9, one more, 10, Jesus Christ. It's just, I don't know, I guess it's the ergonomics. It's not so much the force as it is the way you have to grab this thing to yank it this way and then push it back in and not hit your hand on here. All right, this is the last one. Let's see what kind of reading we get on these. These are armor piercing. 491.9. That's pretty good too. So that means that every single pellet that we tried today with this Umarex Strikepoint shot at a much higher speed. Sorry, Chronograph. Shot at a much higher speed. Come on, Chronograph. Whoop. Shot at a much higher speed than advertised for the gun. So that's interesting. I'd like to compare that to a Crossman 1322 and see, you know, if it does the same thing. What did I get? 10.8, that's much better. I am quite done injuring my arm with this Umarex piece of crap for today. I'm gonna pick up this video tomorrow and we'll see what else we can do with this thing, okay? Ow, back of my elbow hurts now. I am not joking. My arm, like, well, I was gonna point the camera, but inside of my elbow hurts, and then you probably can't even see that, but like, I'm all red right there from banging into the corner of that thing. I'd like to share something about myself, and that's that while I can be funny, I'm more of a writer than an actor. In fact, I've written a lot of books. Probably the funniest one would be the Future Man Adventures by me, Michael Moreau, and the follow-up Future Tales and Other Such Rubbish. I actually have a little trouble trying to be funny on command, so I have to do several takes. But the amazing thing is that if I do something with an accent, then all of a sudden I don't have to do that anymore. So like if I just did a character like this, then I could just go off the cuff all the time. Should I like keep doing something like that? I don't think so, but it is just it's a weird, interesting little fact about me is that if I had a character and the character is extremely confident and never has to think things over twice, he just acts and does and is goddamn hilarious. Better lock up my truck so nobody steals nothing out of it. Those of you that have watched multiple videos may notice a slight tonal shift, and that's just because some days I'm a spaz, and then other days I'm calm like Bob Ross. So if you're going to keep watching these, you're probably going to have to get used to that. Here at Lowe's today to see if I can get something to make a backing for that backstop, so it actually backstops. So plywood's not going to happen. That is way too expensive. $2 a piece for some 1x6 6-foot long fence pickets. That will do just fine. Now, I just need to get these into my truck. I shouldn't have been worried. That fit in the truck perfectly. Now that I've unloaded the truck, I'm gonna finish that thing.